Hey everyone, this is the Freshman Book 2, Chapter 6. Your friends gather in your dorm to celebrate a successful opening night. Chapter 6, The Cast Party. Kaylin struggles to keep the shock off her face while Arjun discusses his recent transfer to Hartfeld. Yeah, I'm here to stay. Hartfeld has an amazing anthropology department, and it's close to Northbridge. I figured it'd be a great fit. Yeah, that's great. You look like I just told you my dog died. What? Oh, sorry. I'm glad you're coming to Hartfeld, really. I just didn't expect it, that's all. Sorry. Guess I'm full of surprises tonight. I'm gonna step outside for a second. I told my mom I'd check in. You know how she gets. Right, totally. Arjun heads outside and Caitlin turns to you, looking worried. Well, this just got a lot more difficult. You're not actually going to spend all year hiding the truth from him, right? Why not? That's what I did for basically all of middle school and high school. Caitlin sighs and runs her hands through her hair. I mean, part of me is happy he's gonna be around, 'cause we are old friends. It's just, we were never close enough for him to know that. Well, maybe it's time for him to know. Because, does he have a thing for her? I honestly don't know, so you should be able to be yourself around him. I don't know, Mary. I'm just not ready. I thought I was ready when I kissed you on stage, but it's easy to be brave when you're playing a character, you know? I know what you mean. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pressure you. No, don't worry about it. I'm so glad I can talk to you about this stuff, Mary. It really... Just then, Trip and Logan barrel into the kitchen and yank open your refrigerator door. What are you guys looking for in our fridge? We need your spiciest salsa. Why exactly? I'm about to obliterate this fool in a salsa eating competition. I'm the judge! Right, I think I see what's going on here. We'll give you some... Just then, Trip snags a jar off the top shelf of your refrigerator door. The lid flies off, splashing you with salsa. Trip, what the hell? Oh crap, sorry, Mary. Party foul. Mary, your clothes! They're all salsa-y. Yeah, I noticed. You turn to Caitlin as Logan and Trip start furiously devouring the salsa while Madison referees. I'm gonna go change. Talk later? Of course. You pull open your closet and look at your options. It would be nice to dress up tonight. Tutorial. Wearing something special to the party is a chance to look great and impress your love interest. Well, I don't have diamonds, so I hope that's not the same outfit. Well, it's not exactly hot couture. I actually don't know how to say that, but it's better than salsa stains. Once you're cleaned up and changed, you head back into the living room where Caitlin and Arjun are talking and laughing on the couch. You're back. She pats the seat beside her. Come sit with us? Sure, what were you guys laughing about just now? Oh, we were just talking about this one time when Arjun and I went to get breakfast tacos at Joe's before school and... Wait. I love that place. Right? It's the best. Wait, you've been to my Joe's? In Austin? Must be a different Joe's? I don't know. Yeah, I imagine there are a lot of places called Joe's in the world. But our Joe's is the best one. Nothing beats those breakfast tacos. Joe's pizza is really good. Anyway, it's kind of a long story, but it ends with us showing up late to school because we decided to get seconds, then thirds, and then... Oh my god, I totally forgot to tell you this, but I went there again for lunch that day. What? Why didn't you take me? You were still a sophomore, dork. Only seniors were allowed to go off campus for lunch, remember? Right. That was such BS. Wow, someone's salty. You should write a letter to Mrs. Barksdale and try to get some justice for future generations. No way. I'm still scared of her. Those crazy long nails of hers could do some serious damage. Arjun bursts out laughing, then takes another sip of beer, a reminiscent gleam in his eye. He notices you looking lost and clears his throat. Sorry, I feel like we're totally boxing you out of the conversation, Mary. No, it's fine. How about this? What do you like best about Caitlin? 'Cause honestly, I'm still trying to find a reason to like her. Wow, you're such a jerk. Well, I really like her. Yeah, you want to keep it not romantic for Arjun at this point, I think. I really like her personality. She's super sweet and she really cares about her friends. And she's a lot of fun. Aw, Mary. I think I can see that. But it'd help if we spent more time together. Oh yeah, I'm sure we will. Especially now that we're both at Hartfeld. After a while, Arjun gets up to get another drink and you turn to face Caitlin. It's obvious that he likes you. Don't act like you don't notice it. I don't know. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't think it's as obvious as you seem to think. But what exactly do you expect me to do? Tell him that you're just not interested. Well, what if he doesn't actually like me and I just come out and say that? I'll look like an idiot. But he does like you. We don't know that. Look, if he says anything more definite, maybe I'll tell him then. For now, it's kind of nice having him back as a friend. I know. I just hope he knows that. Caitlin glances over to the kitchen where Arjun's leaning against the counter with a freshly opened beer, looking a little lost. Well, I'm gonna go talk to him. He doesn't know anyone here, so I kind of feel like I should keep him entertained. And if he makes a move or says anything too flirty, I'll tell him I'm not available. Happy? I suppose. Caitlin gets up from the couch and walks over to Arjun, who brightens up when he sees her. Guess I'd better make my rounds. 1 sec. You head up to the roof to find James sipping his drink and staring distractedly at the partygoers. Something on your mind? A few things, actually. A frustratingly cryptic answer. I guess I should have expected that. James smiles, but still seems distracted. So, why are you up here all alone? I'm just trying to figure it all out. What do you mean? Well, I never really considered that my play would make it to the stage, much less with a major literary agent in the audience. I mean, what if Yasmin doesn't offer to represent me? What if she does and wants me to make more script changes to adapt it for a film? What if I'm not ready for this? You're totally ready. I mean, look at what you've done already. Not only did you write an incredible play, you put it all together to perform in a matter of days. Mary, you know that I can't take all of the credit for that. And you shouldn't, but you should remember that when you feel like you aren't ready or that things are becoming too much. There will always be people that have your back. You're right. If Yasmin decides to take me on, I'll be ready for it, no matter what happens next. You mean when Yasmin decides to take you on? I think our play turned out great. Our play? Oh, whoops. Yeah, I think at this point I can take a teensy bit of credit, like a share of stock or something. Funny, I don't remember signing a contract or anything. Well, I'll settle for the satisfaction of single-handedly launching your career. Assuming it gets off the runway, of course. You saw the audience. We got a standing ovation. There's no way Yasmin won't take that into account. I really hope you're right, and Mary, thanks for believing in me. James looks down and notices that his glass is empty. I think I'll get myself another drink. Need anything? I'm good for now, but I'll head in with you. It's freezing out here. Back inside, you spot Chris and Darren laughing quietly in the corner and walk over to join them. You weren't wearing that before, were you? Yeah, had a little salsa incident. Happens to the best of us. So what were you guys laughing about just now? See for yourself. He points to the hallway where Rebecca has Sebastian cornered. She twirls a piece of hair around her finger and laughs prettily at something he just said. Yikes, that's a match made in hell if I ever saw one. Right? Chris claims it doesn't bother him. Why would it? Because you used to date? Or did you totally forget about that? No, I didn't forget exactly. It's just, I never really considered it dating. And I think that's as far as this conversation goes. Mary, have you seen Logan? He said he'd bring back a beer for me. Chris glances up and grimaces. Oh crap, they're coming over here. Sebastian strides over to the table with Becca in tow. He gives you all a dazzling smile before his gaze settles on Chris. Christopher, just wanted to give my congratulations for your excellent work in James's little production. Just Chris is fine. Your charisma and stage presence rival many thespians I've performed with, which is why I think you'd make an excellent vice president for my upcoming student council campaign. Me? A VP? You're asking Chris to be your running mate? Yo, Chris, did I just hear you're running for VP? He hands Darren one of the beers he's holding. Yay, how exciting! I just thought if you ever ran, we'd run together. Bros for life, you know? Logan, this is the first time I've ever heard you say anything about politics. Not that Chris has ever shown any interest either. Why Chris, Sebastian? You barely know each other. You know, I find myself wondering the same thing. We've shared a stage. There is no greater bond. With my keen mind for politics and Chris's golden boy appeal, we're unstoppable. Well, that's certainly a tempting offer. Can I have a little time to think it over? Absolutely, but make it quick. I'll have to begin campaigning soon. Now, do you have any prior experience with political office? A turn on student council, perhaps? Where did you go to school before Hartfeld? Cherryfield High? It's in Maine. I thought Foxcroft was the only prep school of note in Maine. Cherryfield isn't ringing a bell. Oh, well, that's probably because it's a public school. Sebastian's eyes go wide with horror, then he starts laughing uproariously. What's so funny? It's just the all-American boy with such humble beginnings. It's so quaint. Hey, there's nothing wrong with public school. Sure, there's not. Sebastian, I think you should leave. I don't think he was actually being intentionally insulting. He's just so in a bubble. So, maybe calling it out would make him aware. Probably not, but it's probably better than just asking him to leave. I think you should apologize. Just say you're sorry now before you say something that makes it even worse. Why should he? All he did was tell the truth. What, that going to some fancy private school makes him better than Chris? Just look at Sebastian. He's smart, sophisticated, ambitious, and super rich. No, Mary is right. I should apologize. Chris, I'm very sorry that you had to attend a mediocre public school and ended up with an equally mediocre education. You literally ended up at the same college, genius. Open your eyes. And if public school is outside of your demographic, you're going to be hard-pressed to find voters. They call it the 99% for a reason. Thanks, guys, but I can fight my own battles. Don't worry, Chris. Your stint in the public school system won't affect our campaign, assuming we can find a way to spin it. Chris pushes back his chair and stands up. You know what? You can stop saying our campaign, because as of right now, you're officially running opposed. Wow. What? You heard me. I don't need to be your poster boy. I'm running for president myself. Oh, my man Chris coming for the title. There's a beat of silence, then Sebastian starts laughing even louder than before. Oh, that is truly hilarious. There's nothing funny about it. Sebastian, I think he's serious. Serious or not, there's no way he'd actually beat me. Just wait and see. You, Darren, Logan, and Chris glare at Becca and Sebastian. Sebastian gazes back with a placid smile still on his face. What are we looking at? Come on, Sebastian, let's get out of here. I have a sudden desire to be anywhere else. Let me just get my coat. Becca slips her arm around Sebastian's waist and turns him away. Sebastian glances back over his shoulder and winks at Chris. When you realize that all of this is a lost cause, come find me. He and Becca grab their coats and walk out into the cold. That was tense. For real, but hell yeah, President Chris, we gotta celebrate, man. Rage Cage? You know I'd never say no. All right, we'll set it up. Darren claps Chris on the shoulder as he gets up. Can I play? Of course. Do you know how? Does anyone really? You and Chris move away from the table so they can set up the cups. Chris shoves his hands into the pockets of his jeans. Are you okay? Yeah, it's just been kind of crazy lately. Yeah, I guess it has. So, are you really going to do it? Run for president? You know, I think I am. Why not? I want to show people like Sebastian that I'm not just a jock. I think I got what it takes. Yeah, totally, no question. You'll wipe the floor with him. Thanks, Mary. Yo, Prez, where you at? Game's about to start. I guess that's my cue. I'll see you later, unless you want to play? I think I'll pass this time. I'll be rooting for you. You make your way across the room to where Abby and Tyler stand against the wall, watching the game of Rage Cage. Tyler whispers something in her ear, and the corner of Abby's mouth quirks up in a smile. Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting? No, not at all. Tyler was telling me the mathematical probability of winning a game of Rage Cage. Yeah? What's the outcome? Inconclusive, since no one really understands the rules anyway. You look over at the table where Chris, Darren, Logan, and Tripp are banging their fists on the table, chanting, Rage Cage. That sounds about right. Oh, I'm dry. I gotta get a refill. No, let me. I'll be right back. Tyler takes Abby's cup and starts toward the kitchen. Tripp grabs him and pulls him into the game of Rage Cage. Guess that refill's gonna take a while. How are things going with you and Tyler? You guys are so cute, and you seem really happy. Tell me all about it. Don't leave anything out. I'm not sure how much there is to tell since we only recently started dating. But I really like Tyler, and we're figuring it out together. She looks over at Tyler, staring at the whir of cups and balls in front of him with an expression of sheer panic. She grins. I guess we're still figuring out how we work together, but so far, I'm liking the journey. Abby, that's so sweet. You two are the best. Quit it, Mary. You're gonna make me blush. But speaking of, how's your love life going? You mean me and James? Honestly, I'm not really sure. James has always been pretty reserved and mysterious. But lately it seems like he's really opening up, especially after the thing with his parents. I mean, he's kind of reserved, but I feel like Mary and James have had like a flirty banter the whole time. It's not like he's like a stone column or anything. I guess we just haven't really talked about where things are going. That's not weird, is it? Is it weird? No, not at all. You and James have been through a lot, but you're still just getting to know each other. James is so handsome and polite, and I know he really cares about you. You guys make the cutest couple. That is, if you are a couple. You look around the suite, but don't see James anywhere. Let me get back to you on that. You haven't seen James, have you? Just then, Tyler appears, 2 red cups in hand. James, I think he went back up to the roof. That was the most terrifying and confusing game I've ever played. Please, Abby, don't let them take me again. Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. She pulls Tyler into a hug and winks at you over his shoulder, mouthing, Go get him. You nod and head upstairs. Hey there, where'd that party hat go? Heh, the metaphorical party hat is still on. Just came up for a breather. James turns away from the view of the balcony to look into your eyes. He takes your hand and spins lazy circles on it with his thumb. I was hoping you'd turn up. I wanted the opportunity to apologize for Sebastian's behavior. Oh, don't worry about him. I mean, yeah, he's a jerk, but on the bright side, he's giving Chris another opportunity to break out of his football shell. I suppose that's true, but still, I don't know when he became like this. People change, especially during college, but I don't want to talk about Sebastian, unless that's the only reason you're glad I'm up here. Mary, I'm always happy to see you, no matter the reason. He brings a hand up to the nape of your neck, pressing a gentle kiss to your forehead. He pulls away and grins at you. James, there's actually something I wanted to talk to you about. It's kind of important. Looks like it's time for you and James to have the talk. Will you define the relationship or leave things as they are? Find out in the next chapter. I mean, come on, they're definitely in a relationship.